Hi everyone, you're welcome to today's tutorial, and on the screen is our design. Is a crisscross pleated bodies on a round band base. So if you're just tuning into this channel, you're welcome, and to our returning subscriber, thank you so much. So for this design, I'll be using, these are the materials I will be using: my tape, my chalk, scissors. And for this material, I made use of a shiny poly fabric. Some call it shiny scuba. So for our base, the round band base, because this design is divided into two, so for the round band base, so I cut out, here is my stretchy side. You fold your material into two, the stretchy side, you fold it into two, then measure your head circumference. Yes, circumference I'm using is 23 inches. 23 divided by 2 is 11 and a half, and half inch for my sewing allowance. That is why I have 12 inches here. Then the length, I also have 12 inches. So if you open this up, you'll be having 24 by 12 inches. So for the band, is a round band, so you fold it into two, the stretchy side as well, and measure the head circumference plus half inch allowance, which is 12 inches. Then for the length, I used 4.5 inches. I used 4.5 inches for my length. So now to the crisscross design. So for the crisscross design, I measure out 28 inches. The stretchy side is 28 inches, while the non-stretchy side is 17 inches. We are using a non-stretchy material for your crisscross. You can make it 30 by 17 inches, but this material is stretchy, so I made use of 28 by 17 inches, and I'm cutting out two pieces of this. So I'll be starting with my crisscross. I will start working on my crisscross. So you pick one of it and start drawing your lines. You mark it because the pleated body, the crisscross is pleated. So you pick up your tape and start to mark your line. So I made use of 2 inches interval. So you mark 2 inches all through to the end. You mark it through the 28 inches side, so you mark 2 inches down. So after the first line, you place your tape right under the first line and mark another 2 inches. You mark the third one till you get to the end of this fabric. So here are all the markings. If you want a very tight pleat, a tiny pleat, you can make use of 1 inch interval. So here is the second piece as well. I've marked out on the first one and the second one. So the next is to take this to a sewing machine, but before that, let me be explaining how we'll fold it to form our pleat. So this first edge, you pick up the other edge. Yes, you pick it up together with the first line. So here you'll be having like maybe 3 mouth joined together, so you fold it together and pin it down, or you can just take it to your sewing machine and start sewing. So this is how you will do the first edge. So but for the second edge, you just pick on the line you draw and just sew it with 1/2 inch. The last edge as well, you repeat the same thing you did for the first edge. Then you sew this down with just 1/4 of an inch. So whatever you do here, you repeat same for the second fabric as well. Please, if you find this video helpful, kindly give us a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. So after sewing it, this is what I have. You can see the 2 edges. You can see the first edge and the second edge. That's the essence of this, is just to close the edges. So I have it done on the 2 fabric. So the next thing is to fold your material into 2 and mark the center. Just chalk the midpoints like this. So you repeat the same thing for the second piece. Then you pick up your needle and thread and pick each pleat with your needle. So you continue without cutting the thread, you continue with the second fabric. So you try to secure your thread, and this is what I have after joining the 2 together. Then after that, the next thing is to make our crisscross. You bring the first side, the upper part, you bring it down. Then the second side, the lower part, you bring it up and make your crisscross. So after making your crisscross, so you close up the 2 sides. So I'm trying to hold it together with my pin. You hold the other side too, and take this to your sewing machine. So after that, now I want to work on the base. It's just a regular base. You pick up the base and the band, you place it on each other, just like this. Then back to our crisscross. I've sewn the 2 sides. I've sewn the 2 sides of the crisscross. You can see that it has formed the cross already. And after that, if you're assuming you don't want this to have a base, just like this, you will measure the edge circumference, the actual edge circumference, you measure it out and stitch all the way down to the other side, assuming you don't want this with a base. So this is how you make a crisscross, but here we are making this with a base, so we just have to close the back. So you take this your sewing machine and close up the back, so you'll be left with the front and the sides opened. So I've closed up the back. Then after closing up the back, you place this on your base. So while placing it on your base, you make sure the front side are aligned together and the sides. So you place it like this. So after that, you trim out the sides of the base to form this semicircle. You just follow the crisscross that is on top to trim out the sides, just like this. Then you fold into two. After folding this, you measure the edge circumference. And my edge circumference is 11.5. So you just start sewing from there till you get to the end. Please, while sewing, ensure that the crisscross matches together. You have to be checking it so that the four mouths will align together. So after sewing, this is what I have. And you trim out any excess. And after trimming this out, you pick up your needle and thread and make a running stitch right under the band. So you try to pass the needle once again to secure your thread very well. So after that, you secure your thread, and here is the final look of our cap. So thank you all for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel. All right, bye guys, see you in another tutorial.